How many of you people feel that you have rights? You know, whatever country you're in, let's just use America, right? Let's just use the United States. How many of you people feel that you have rights? Basic rights. So for instance, if I come on your property, you have a right to tell me I don't belong there, or to distinguish who you want on your property. That's what you would call a right. That's something that you're entitled to and that you should have. Okay? So in the context of that, because many of you people understand rights when they apply to you, I want you to think about something for a minute. Now, why am I talking to you about this? Right? It's connected to courtesy, right? Now, I'm talking to you about this because there's a church that I do things that, you know, sometimes you guys have heard me talk about the civic activities and stuff, or the cleanup drives or whatever. And there's a particular church that I frequent a lot. I don't go there per se, but I'm involved a lot in stuff that they do outside activities and shit in the community. I'm involved in that. Not as much as I should be, but I try. Okay. Now, at this particular church, they have a parking lot because they're a church. They have a parking lot where their parishioners come to park and have service every week. Okay. It's the church's parking lot. They purchased their lot and they own the building itself, the structures and everything on the property, including the parking lot. So when we're talking about rights and courtesies, for the people out there, because they're having a problem where they have to consistently tell people to not park there. So these are the things that happens. Sometimes on some days, you know, some of the church clerks or something, or the officials of the church will come to the church and they will see people in the parking lot working on cars. Or they'll see someone in the parking lot doing a straw purchase, you know, selling a gun or something, or just doing something silly on the church's property, right? They didn't get permission from the church. They don't know anyone in the church. They don't even go to the church. But they can park their cars for an 8-hour trip or something, you know, and everybody commutes or something. They do this every day. And when you tell them, hey, you can't park here, they look at you like you're crazy. Those very same people who would have a problem, who would protest if I pulled on their property and parked my car for 8 hours and went somewhere else. You know, this the type of things that goes on in these parking lots. Sometimes people pull up and they want to sell things. You know, this isn't a yard sale, goddammit. But you know, you have people that do that. And they really don't see where they're infringing. It's just a parking lot. I'm not hurting anything, but it's not your parking lot. And see, that's where y'all have a disconnection at, where y'all can, there are people out here in the world, most of you, because that's who I'm talking to. Most of you people out here in the world, you can hold values in your head. You can hold an understanding of right and wrong when it applies to you. When someone's doing something to you, all of a sudden it's bloody murder, bloody foul, right? But you can do what you want to other people, right? That's what I'm looking at. So when you want me to say that the average person can do good, or you want me to believe that the average person has a propensity to try to do the right thing, I don't believe that shit. Not for 1 second, because every single day, even in these situations, why are church officials arguing in the parking lot with complete strangers about them selling things in their parking lot, or them working on cars in their parking lot? Imagine that. So you come to church, you come to church on a Sunday or maybe a Saturday for some kind of activity, and the parking lot that's designated for you as a parishioner is being used by some greaseball mechanic working on a car because he doesn't have his own yard to work on a car. He has enough business mindset to work on a car and make some money, but he doesn't have enough mindset to get a property or get some kind of area where he can work on these things and make his money independently. You're not paying the church anything. You're not saying, hey guys, we're going to pay you to use your parking lot, right? You think they're not going to be offended by 6 or 7 cars of strangers there any given day when they need those spots for people to park and come to the service? You're not even going to come to the service. right? You're not going to even check out what this church is offering. However, you feel that you can use their parking lot for whatever you want. So now they're trying to come up with signage and you know, prohibited and certain things so they can keep people off the property. But should they really have to do that? Should I really have to walk you down and explain to you why you're being disrespectful? Right? Sometimes we walk into our own conflicts because of our inability to see where we erred. That's why I'm here, baby. That's why I do this. I do this for you guys because I want you to know that one day somebody's going to slap the shit out of you. So one day somebody's going to seriously hurt one of you guys because you're stupid. The same reason, the same way that you would get upset and be angry about someone and be ready to hurt them or do something to them for them harming you, why do you think that doesn't apply in reverse? Why are you free from that? You know why you're free from that? Because you're a fucking narcissist. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said that most people either turn out as narcissists or because they have been raised by narcissists, they become that, right? And they go out and they spread the same shit. And then we look up and everyone is participating in this behavior. It's all bad behavior. Simple courtesy, simple courtesy to someone's right. We shouldn't have to explain that. Right? So now, you know, they're looking into towing options and certain things. And so if your car gets towed, now you're upset with the people at the church because they had your car towed. They don't know you. They don't know when you're coming back. They don't know if you left the car there. They don't know anything. You're not even considering any of these things when you're thinking about what you want to do. You're a bunch of inconsiderate jackasses. You're not going to get punched in the face by a church parishioner. Likely, right? It could happen, but it's very rarely something that I would think would happen. I doubt if that would happen, but I'm just saying, if there were a conflict, if there were a verbal conflict, who would have been the one to precipitated that argument? Because if you weren't there, there wouldn't be anything to say to you. See, that's what I mean by common sense and common sense emotional intelligence. And practicing that and understanding that. All you have to do to understand that is look at yourself first. Know that your property is sacred. Your property is where you live and rest your head, and that you don't want just anybody roaming around on your grounds. And that's fair. I can understand it. I respect that. I have a great deal of respect for that because I live by that same code. You're not going to come on my property and do what you want to do, right? That's for anyone. You know, you better have the appropriate paperwork or something to support why you're on my property if I catch you anywhere on my property. You know, you could be on a trail somewhere if I catch you anywhere on my property. So you folks like the videos and share them. I just wanted y'all to think about something real quick to try to be better people and avoid getting slapped in the face or something. I love bad behavior. I don't love inconsiderate people. Change that right now. You folks have a great day. If you're trying to get somewhere, be mindful of where you're parking. Maybe you're inconveniencing someone when you pull up in an empty lot and don't realize that it's connected to a building full of people that need that lot. Y'all take care.